mic loves me. Only true friend. She love the sound of my voice. Put your mics in the air. If you real. If you really spit that real. I'm about to check it out. Assassin, look. When I want competition, I just look in the mirror. With every word that I'm spitting, then the vision is clearer. Nobody touching what I'm clutching, plus I'm busting it first. Yes, your chest will be a mess by the end of the verse. Your body stretched out like a book on the pavement. People pass by as they look in amazement. Your body leaking your genetics, got you looking so pathetic. No need to call the paramedics, it's too late for anesthetics. Me and my microphone. 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 Coming out the dirty south, show everybody I'm the cleanest. Run your mouth, I send your body to the cleaners. Love my mic, so can't nobody come between us. Won't be nice for anybody wanna see us. Back up a little, just a couple of feet. You don't listen, you'll be missing just a couple of teeth. Hard to buy the rhyme, with no teeth in your mouth. Stepping out of line, then you sweeping them out. Me and my microphone. 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 My mic got jealous when I was talking to my girlfriend. So you know, it's like I'm caught up in a whirlwind. When I'm not about the drama, I don't need that. Started yelling and all I heard was feedback. Said I need to choose, but do it quickly. Use a tool, you fool if you don't pick me. Since she made me choose, you know I left her to pick my microphone up off the dresser. Me and my microphone. 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 Me and my mic been tight since 9-5. She don't wanna go out, she stay at home and vibe. Ain't nothing without her, I doubt she'll understand. Gets upset so I can't make no plans. Wants me to herself, she is so obsessed. When I go to sleep, I can't not get no rest. Calling on my phone when I'm gone too long. Says to her, be home, she wants to make a song. Me and my microphone. 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 This microphone. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. You know I had to do it. I had to take it back. Dedicate this to everybody out there that's doing music. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, it don't even matter. As long as you love it, I know it's gonna love you back. Put your microphones up. Put them up. Much love to all the rappers that paved the way for people like you. All the producers. Rest in peace to all everybody that's dead and gone. That's fast. I love you rapping till I'm dead and get paid for it. Bury me with my microphone. Real. I'm sad, huh? Yeah, I love you too. Assassin. Yes, my lord. Rise. Have you ever danced with the devil? Took a glance at a rebel, had a chance to advance. You are not on my level. you are not my equal, I compose another sequel. Those that do oppose, I was exposed and leave you see through with the spies in my eye. Recognize me as a legend. Refuse to cry and die so I may never get to heaven. I've been yelling and rebelling since the days I was a youngin'. Been a long time coming, I'll be damned if I'm running. Original individual, so I'm living like a criminal. Give it to you fools direct, no need to be subliminal. Say a nigga name quick but never to be famous. Put this thing up to your brain and I'll leave you brainless. Got you suckers ducking knuckles, watch you buckle as I chuckle. I can see right through your heart. You don't wanna start no trouble. Thought I couldn't get it crunk, well hell I beg to differ. I'm far from a punk and ain't your ordinary nigga. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your face. I'ma break them all, break them all. Let me break them all, break them off. I don't care if you ain't scared. Be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them all, break them off. Let me break them all, break them off. I don't care if you ain't scared. Be prepared to take a loss. I can see me leading the legion, screaming in the evening. I had the kids pleading, why is daddy not breathing? See, daddy was a heathen, daddy was deceiving. Told him last season, all I'm needing is a reason. I have no sympathy, consider me a lethal weapon. Remain a mystery consistently, I keep them guessing. With the world on my shoulder, my heart turns colder. Life ain't what you think, before you blink it could be over. Ready for revolution, retribution's a solution. There is no forgiveness as you witness evolution. The world revolves as I evolve, take a stroll through my soul. I don't plan to ever pause or take it easy on my foes. Break them off with a pencil in a sinful instrumental. Situation detrimental if you disrespect my mental. This is how I really live, I hope I never have to kill. I represent self-defense, if I have to then I will. Niggas, I'm back, the game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back, the game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your face. I'ma break them all, break them off. Let me break them all, break them off. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them all, break them off. Let me break them all, break them off. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I don't wanna beef with anybody, but I'm far from afraid. I'm a grown ass man, ain't no games being played. Better shut your friggin' mouth before I kick up in your house. Forensics at your residence, no evidence to figure out. Wasn't seen, had to see, no if or ands or in between. This is what I do to you or anyone who intervenes. I refuse to be a prey, not tomorrow, not today. I'ma be a predator. Hell, there is no other way. Bust your brain if I must. Leave your land in the dust. Only God understands. That's the only man I trust. The rest of y'all die slow, die with your eyes closed. Talk behind my back, but you can't look me in my eyes though. That's what you call a coward. You can find me down in Broward. Tell me where you want it at, I'll be there in a half an hour. Diamond chains, take them off. Haters, I'ma shake them off. I only deal with the real. All of the rest, I break them off. Niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your brains. Fake niggas, I'm back. The game about to change. I ain't playing games, I'ma put it in your face. I'ma break them all, break them off. Let me break them all, break them off. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss. I'ma break them all, break them off. Let me break them all, break them off. I don't care if you ain't scared, be prepared to take a loss.
Oh, what is up? Straight Talk Society. This is your host, Trevor. And guess what? We are back. The Straight Talk Society has officially opened for business. We are back, man. First of all, before we even get into the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society, I do want to wish everybody a happy new year. Hopefully you bring the new year in with somebody that you love. Hopefully you leave all the negativity and drama that was in 2024 in 2024. But, you know, I figure our people, we probably going to bring it over. But hopefully we do leave it back, man. Man, I tell you, boy, something always happened when before I came on, my friggin' water cooler decided to spring a leak. So I was dealing with that. That's why I'm kind of rushing here, man. Homeowner issues, man. You have these items and then they just decide to take a crap on you at any given moment. But yeah, man, we are back, man. We are back. And this is Man Talk Monday, aka the barber shop, Why do you call it the barbershop, Trevor? Because we've been talking, me and the fellas, and we're going to go back to the old ways that we used to do things and just have like barbershop conversations. We'll still do the videos and things like that, but it's going to be more centered around, just barbershop conversations, how men would be in a barbershop, just like how women would be in a hair salon. They just be in there chopping it up. That's how we're going to be. We're going to be in here chopping it up. No holds barred. I'm telling you, the gloves are off. When I say the gloves are off, like I gotta be me. I gotta always be true to myself. So I'll be saying things like how I really feel. No, we're not gonna be doing the heavy cursing and all that. You guys know I still don't do that just because I feel like we're intelligent people. We don't need to do all that cursing, to get our point across. We could use words. So that's how it's going to be on this show. This is going to be kind of like an abbreviated show because I do have something that I got to do at 8. I was going to do a live watch along to the Netflix episode of Monday Night Raw, but I'm not going to do that just because it's a 3-hour show. And I don't want to be on here now and then come back a couple minutes later to then talk through a 3-hour show. I want to be able to actually watch it with the sound on. So what I'll do, I'll come back after the show, like about 11:05, and I'll give my thoughts on the first episode of Raw. The Netflix era begins for WWE Monday Night Raw. Shout out to Keela, the best moderator in the business. Shout out to D Lock in the building. Y'all make sure and y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button on your way in. Man, I don't know what we got in store for you guys this year. I do thank everybody that joined us in 2024. I don't know what we have in store for you this year. I just know it's going to be good. We tried a lot of things. Some hit, some didn't. So, it's kind of like, it's one of those things. I'll throw a bunch of things at the wall and see what sticks. So some things that we may have done last year, you may not see this year because I may not feel that it worked. You may see some new things coming down the pipe. One of the new things that are coming down the pipe, absolutely, me and the queen of the Straight Talk Society, Nene, will start doing our movie reviews very, very soon. I mean, like very, very soon. When she's the one who's asking me when we're going to start doing it, that it's coming very, very, very soon because we watch a lot of movies and we like to review them. Me personally, I rather review the bad movies because it's just more fun that way. And I have watched a ton of them over the holidays, but nevertheless, that is coming up. Last night was my last episode of Beyond the Scoreboard for the season, the dismal season that was the Miami Dolphins season. So go check that out. I think my Tyreek Hill video is sitting at 1,700 plus right now. And I just gave my honest thoughts about him needing to be traded. So y'all make sure and check that out. And just see what we got coming around. Wrestling with Reality this Wednesday, we will be doing our end of the year awards show. So we'll be giving out our 2024 awards. That'll be this Wednesday. Tape Fist Politics will be back on the 21st. Yeah, no playoffs again, Keela. No playoffs again. You know a lot about that. So Tape Fist Politics will be back on the 21st after the inauguration. So they'll be going. They already got a bunch of stuff lined up to talk about. So we can't wait to see that. Yeah, I can't open my bottle. I almost opened it yesterday because of how pathetic the team was and how terrible they played. I feel like I just wanted to just take this thing and just drink it down, man. I did want to say, as I see 2 or 3 of my co-hosts in the back, I hope Wayne shows up, man, especially for tonight. I did want to say that I do, we had another Friendsmas at our house recently, man. It was a time, man. It was a real good time, and I just thought, like, my circle is so small that, all of my friends basically was here, with the exception of Keela and her husband. There was a few missing. But the entirety of the Straight Talk Society, shout out to Ricardo in the building, was basically here that night. Shout out to the queen of the Straight Talk Society. And it was a time that it was a time to be had, man. Like it legit was a good time. A lot of libations, a lot of good times, eating, laughing, joking, and a lot of singing, a lot of karaoke. And I do want to say, man, my dude Mike held me down. He wouldn't let me go out there and make a fool of myself. So when I grabbed the mic to start singing a song that I thought I knew from the entirety of the song, I realized once you do karaoke, you don't really know the words of the song that you're singing. But Mike, nevertheless, was like, I'm not going to leave you out there. And he came out there and he died on that hill with me. And I think it was great, man. I just feel like we had such a great time, man. I'm talking about the MMA brothers. It got so good that the MMA brothers even took the microphone and started doing karaoke, man. It was awesome. It was an awesome time. And that's what it's about, man. Friends and family and stuff like that. I do have a couple of projects coming up in my backyard because I do want to get it ready for the next function that we're having, the next gathering that we're having. I do want to be prepared, make it a little more comfortable because it's going to be hot. It's going to be in the summer, so it's going to be hot, man. But young Kev was there, that's a cool fella, man. I'm telling you, like that's my second time seeing him in person, but he's a cool fella, man. Like he legit he's not really how he is on the show because I feel like he's putting on the front on the show, but he's very, very just a cool person to be around, man. And I do appreciate that. I like to surround myself around cool people. Like I say, if you don't even have a wrench in my chat, if you haven't been to my house, with the exception of two people, there's two people that have a wrench on my channel that haven't been to my house, and so and no, I see people going crazy about wrenches and stuff like, oh, you owe them something if you have a wrench. No, that means nothing to me. And I figure the people that have wrenches in the chat, they could give a shit less if they had them or not. Is just my way of saying, hey, like, I believe that you got my back, so just catch the things that I don't see, and that's basically it, man. So we don't over, shout out to brother Ash in the building. We don't overplay ourselves over here. We don't think we're greater than what we are. This is a small channel that's growing. However, I do think that this year you're going to see a major boom just because of the direction that I'm going to take the channel. So, I think, we don't take ourselves too serious over here. My circle, we all work. We all have good paying jobs and we all have lives outside of YouTube. So if we're not here, we're still making money. I've been gone for a month, and we didn't miss a dollar. We didn't miss a meal. So you know what I mean? So YouTube isn't my life, but I do love it. And it is fun to come out here and talk with everybody. And I do know that this year is going to be, good, man. This year is going to be fun. We're going to do a lot of things this year. We're going to try a lot of things. Hopefully they can get the After Dark show off the, out of the starting blocks or something, man. Can we pump some gas in the tank? If, back in the day, you could put $5 worth of gas in your car and you could drive all day. So could we put a gallon of gas in the car? Can we do something? I don't know, but we'll work that out, man. I'm excited to see what they got going on Tate Fist Politics. Like I said, I'll be doing heavy on the wrestling this year. So Mike says he'll talk about, okay, I'll be heavy on the wrestling this year. Just because, that is my passion. That's the reason why the channel started, was based on the wrestling content. As I see brother Ash in the chat, we are going to do an Israelite month. It's most likely going to be February, where the Israelites are basically going to take over the channel and do teachings and stuff. Because, every Thursday I have the Christians do teachings and things like that, but I'm going to let the Israelites do their teachings on Thursday, just so we could grow, man. Just each one teach one. Everybody, everybody teach what they want. And then if you want to challenge it, you want to debate it, then you hit me up and we'll take it from there, man. But nevertheless, man, I do see 2 or 3 of my co-hosts in the back, man. Hopefully Wayne comes up, because this is going to be an abbreviated show, because I do got to get out of here earlier than what we are. But we are going to have a great show, man. We say we shutting it down. We gonna set the standard today. We gonna set the standard today for what Man Talk Monday is gonna be going forward. As I say, Trav is in love. DeAndre Binion. Yeah, I am in love. I'm in love. Man, have you seen my woman? Man, yeah. Have you seen my woman? My woman is fine, man. Fine. Even though I'm a grizzled old veteran, I don't deserve her, but man, she bad, man. She bad. So yes, I am in love. And we do invite the women. I'm gonna just tell you, we do invite the women on this show. You guys know if I allow the women to come on this show and let them get their stuff off, but you have to understand, if you're gonna come over here, you're literally, Mike saying just a voice. if you're gonna come over here, you realize that you're coming into you're stepping into the Terror Dome. And so when you come out here, you're coming in here because I doubt you're coming on here to be like, oh, I love you guys, great show. You're probably coming up here to argue at something that we're saying. So just remember that when you do come over, oh, listen, man, you want to do the polygamy show, we could do it. Young Kev is all for that. Young Kev is all for that. Let's do it, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man, it's open. It's open now. I'm back. I mean, I got some home improvement projects that I got to do, but besides that, I'm back. Yeah, Kev ears did perk up when he saw that polygyny. Oh, speaking of Kev, Kev and Mike did start a YouTube channel. So shout out to MD, the political prophet amongst men. Kevin Mike did start a YouTube channel, which I've been bugging them to do for the longest, so they finally did it. And they literally just talk about certain things. The last one I saw, I don't know if they put up a new one recently, but the last one I saw, they were just touching on this the Cooking with Kaya controversy. I don't think it's a controversy, but people are making it bigger than what it is. So you guys make sure drop the link to their channel. Well, Mike and Kev could drop the link in the chat, or Keela, you could grab it and drop it in the chat, man. Y'all make sure and go subscribe to them, because y'all know Mike loves to talk. So it's just another outlet for Mike to talk. And Kev is Kev, man. Kev does a lot of like talking about upcoming comics and things like that. So that's his lane. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that they started doing it, man. Just an extension. Just like I always said, you'll never see me as the guy that gets jealous of anybody, because I'm like a great football coach. I just say they all came from the Straight Talk Society. So if they go up and blow up and do all that good stuff, just give me a shout out. I'm just like, hey, they came from the Straight Talk Society, so they came from my coaching tree. So that is how it is. But on the other side, man, we will be back with what you guys came to see, and that's Man Talk Monday. Listen, I told y'all we was coming back with some fire. I redid the Man Talk Monday intro video, so y'all make sure and pay attention. Look at your TV screens, pay attention to this video, because it is fire. We will be back on the other side with Man Talk Monday.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, yeah. It's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne. Mike. Oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, blowing all sexy. Like,
he just goes off. He just went off on you like that, just for no reason.
Yeah, man.
The Straight Talk Society.
Is it the barbershop? Is it the barbershop? Yes, it's the barbershop. Yes. I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Being smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
We're not Jamaican.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Being smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind.
What up, fellas? On the panel, everybody in the chat, and I'm never apologizing.
See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all
Thank you, mama. I love my namesake. You know what it is.
All right.
Test my heart. Been a rebel from the start. Ain't got time to play no games. I'm too busy playing my part.
Sometimes people just can't shut their damn mouth. Literally, that's all it's about. Shut up. Just shut up. Take your money and shut up.
what I began, I'm gonna be. How in the hand I'm gonna see.
Just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Plans to see my adversary.
This is the barber shop. The place where a black man means something. Cornerstone neighborhood.
Oh, we are live with Man Talk Monday. I appreciate that y'all giving shout outs and props to the intro, man. Shout out to producer extraordinaire Venkat for laying the groundwork, and then I just kind of took off from it and tried to implement each other's character traits into the video. Y'all know Mike is big in the stock market, so I had to definitely put that in there. But I am not alone. Returning in 2025. Damn, Wayne's not here, man. Wayne, put the APB out for Wayne. Put the APB out for Wayne. APB. Young Kev in the building. What's going on, Kev?
Yo, what's good? Missed you guys. Missed chopping it up. Somebody got to find Wayne. But yeah, definitely missed you, chat. Because boy, I'm ready to be controversial.
Wait a minute. You said somebody had to do what?
Wait, what? I said somebody got to get Wayne.
Oh yeah, I know. I listen, man. Hey, put the APB out for Wayne. Hey, Wayne, even if you had to call in, I got that handle. I got my thing where I could just hook it up to my mixer and we can have you call in. Definitely. I need you here for today's show, just because of what we're going to be talking about, the subject matter. But last but definitely not least, Big Money Mike in the building. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's poppin'? I'm trying to pick out a shirt because, Florida finally got cold enough for me to wear my fly stuff. You know what I mean?
We're going to be in the 40s for a good while.
Come on, bro. I'll be at work. They be like, where you get that from? Like, I wear the pants all the time. You just don't see the tops. Time for the tops to come out. You feel me? I'm out here being adorable as always. I do want to drop a little bit of something. I have been reluctantly chosen to be in charge of the After Dark show. So from this day forward, the longer it takes, it's on me. So I'm taking it all on myself. I've already gone through all our chats. I have a couple things I want laid out right now. I'm going to be talking to Vancat because if Monday's the day we're going to be doing it, we can't really use Trevor because, once the show goes off, this show goes off, Trevor's indisposed. Y'all see the show, by the end of the show, his daughter's hands coming in, grabbing him by the beard and pulling him out. You feel me? So we're trying to find a day that works for everybody and a day that works with the producer extraordinaire who owes me money. I don't know why, but it just sounds good. So you always have somebody owe you money, it works. So like I said, I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna drag Moon and I'm gonna grab my twin by the pinky toe and we're gonna get this done. So it's on me. I don't know why I'm growing my hair, y'all, but I am. So I apologize for it sticking out of my hats. But just know the hats are still fly. So the hats are still fly. That's all that matters. Holla at your boy.
Shout out to Shiesty Bum in the building, man. Hey, I think I messed up having such a generic YouTube name. I should have came up with some crazy name to have as my YouTube handle. So we do, like I say, we do have a show lined up for you today. I was gonna go somewhere else, but then I was hipped onto some news about something else that happened. So we're gonna rock out with that. And the title of the show is about travishunter. So I do definitely want to get the guys' views on that. But let's get into hey, did y'all check the chat? Did Wayne say anything? Let me see.
I wrote him, but I ain't get a response yet.
Okay, he probably busy, man. Knowing Wayne, or Wayne probably gives him cheeks or something. Who knows? I mean,
he's trying to make, he like money more than cheeks. Stop playing.
Yeah, yeah. Wayne probably getting that last second dollar. You're like, all right, man, run my mouth to get that money. I get it, man. I get it. So, but we will be talking about travishunter just because I think it's very interesting, and I do have some takes on it. But there is somebody that's in the news right now that I definitely want to get the guys' views on. Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor, a lot of you may not know her that may listen to this. Joy Taylor is a TV host, sports talk TV host on FS1. Excuse me. She actually cut her teeth in my, down here where we live. So I've known about Joy Taylor for at least 10 plus years. So she and so let's get into the story, because there's a lawsuit pending and everything that she's been named in. And I want to reiterate, she's been named in the lawsuit. There's no suit against her. She's been named in the lawsuit. So let's get into what's going on here. Shiesty bum, had I not had the issue with my water cooler, I would have clipped a picture of her. You know what? Mike, go ahead and talk for her. Let me grab a picture of her real quick.
Not a problem. Everyone out there, if you don't know who Joy Taylor is, let me clue you in. Joy Taylor is the younger sister of Hall of Fame defensive end from this weird bummy team that our illustrious bearded leader seems to revere for some strange reason, the Dolphins, named Jason Taylor. She's come up through the ranks on regular radio and has lately gotten on, I think she was on ESPN for a little while, but now she's like a mainstay on Fox Sports. And I believe she just started a podcast with the other pretty girl on sports radio. I can't think of her name, but I knew her first because she was on the Joe Budden podcast a long time ago. But that's neither here nor there. There's been are you back? There's been a large controversy going on lately about her moves and how she's gotten to the status that she's at, because she was on a show with what was the show called with Acho?
Speak Up.
She was on Speak Up, or Speak, yeah, something like that. And then the show separated, and it became Acho with a bunch of football players, and then her with a bunch of legendary basketball players and football players. Like she got all the leftovers from the Stephen A. and the Skip Bayless, the crumble that happened with Skip Bayless, and then Stephen A. got affected because he lost Michael Irvin. So they all went and they made a show for her. So she went from bottom of the rung to literally one of the flagship shows of the network. Are you ready?
So great breakdown. Shout out to Cliff in the building. No, MD, I got the regular like office water cooler. This is the second one that I've purchased, and for some reason it's leaking from the bottom. So it's leaking all under my fridge, and you know how that goes. I gotta take care of that. Shout out to E in the building. So yeah, Mike gave you the synopsis of who she is. Younger sister of the third best player in Dolphins history, just so you guys know, Jason Taylor. And here is a picture of the aforementioned Joy Taylor, so we know who we're talking about. I'm not going to leave it up all on the screen. So beautiful I can leave it up. Beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
So me and Mike gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this right now. So,
bro, you know what? Hey, when I look at her face, you know what I see?
Tell us.
I see that I could take a butter knife backwards, scratch down her cheek, and it'll look different than the other one. That's what I see.
Oh man, this man.
Hella makeup.
So his man here. So all right. So I used to have one, man, get you a Brita picture. Yeah, I might have to do that. So yeah, MD is actually the one who asked me about this yesterday. I had no idea what was going on, because when I tell you I disconnect from what's going on, I disconnect. I don't want to know what's going on, anything like that. Yeah, she is shiesty bum. I just I don't go on. So MD asked me what was going on. They sent me a couple of clips and I looked it up, and all day we've been going back and forth about this. So let's get into this article. This article is from Yahoo Entertainment. And it says the social media rips Joy Taylor to shreds after her name surfaces in the Fox Sports harassment scandal. So Fox Sports personality Joytaylor, Skip Bayless, and executive vice president Charlie Dixon have been named in a wide-ranging lawsuit alleging workplace misconducts, including sexual harassment, assault, and improper use of authority to exploit employees. The lawsuit was filed by former Fox hairstylist Norshin Fajiri, who worked with the network from 2012 to 2024. So it was at 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. No, 12 years. The allegations are detailed across 14 claims, including 6 class action complaints and 8 individual complaints. So the first allegations are against Skip Bayless. This is how this even started. Skip Bayless, next best known for his role as co-host on FS1's Undisputed, is accused of engaging in a pattern of inappropriate behavior towards Faraji on over several years. According to the lawsuit, Bayless allegedly made repeated advances, including offering Faraji $1.5 million for sexual favors, claiming that he could change her life forever and provide her with financial security. So let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Because hold on. I don't have $1.5 million, so I guess it's easy for me to answer this. But Kev, Mike, $1.5 million to have sex with a woman, a coworker.
That's a good chunk of money. I don't know.
Is this my career? Is this my career?
Right.
Well, no. So she's the hairstylist, and this is right. Skip Bayless. But
the female version of Skip Bayless, I'm gonna need more than $1 million than 1.5, family.
So, but hold on, Mike. Man, I hate that.
I hate you, man. Take the $1 million. What are you talking
Mike,
about?
I hate to be this. Mike, I hate to be this. I hate to be this guy, but I'm gonna have to be this guy.
Go ahead.
There are some very beautiful women on this earth.
Correct.
Do we agree with that?
We do.
I agree.
There's some women on this earth that men fantasize about, but I find it hard pressed that you work with a woman while you're married that's that bad that you want to offer her $1.5 million to have sex with her.
I wouldn't offer a woman a $500,000 to have sex with me. Like, you're out your mind.
I need listen. One of y'all in the background, we need to look up this. We need to look up this woman's picture. She may not be on there. You got a picture?
Her. What I'm saying is, in the scenario you're making, we're her, and we have to sleep with Skip. So the female version of Skip, I'm gonna need more than the 1.5, homie. I'm sorry.
So you just
that's the bald dude, right?
Yes, yes.
Skip the old dude who used tape. He used tape like them Asians to try to smooth out the wrinkles on his skin.
He's in his 70s.
Be like, nah, bro, I'm good.
In that case, I believe it.
And he's married though. He's married, yeah. Which I mean that means nothing, but he's married.
He's ugly too.
Oh, see, I don't know. He's married. They've been together for a long time. I'm stuck. I guess I'm stuck on the 1.5 million. Now, Skip has bread, but I don't think Skip's bread is that long.
Oh, no.
Yes, it is. It is.
Skip make more than Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith on a $60 million come up for this next contract.
So, okay. Well, let's do this then. Let's do this because you guys know, again, this is the barbershop. Is this the barbershop? Yeah, this is the barbershop. You guys know. You guys know that I advocate for legalized sex work, correct?
Oh, most definitely. I do as well.
If there was any time that this was needed, this is the time right here, because he could have got the enjoyment that he wanted for a 1/10 of what he was trying to give her. I mean, let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it all the way real here. Like, I need to see a picture of this woman. I need to see a picture of this woman because I need to see, first of all, where she is in the pecking order. That 1.5 million would be the number that he just jumps off the porch with.
I'll look it up for you.
Looks.
But yeah, I agree with Kev. I don't think with him I think it's a power play. Like, I can make this chick do what I want. But nah, she's not She don't look better than Joy, and you already know I think Joy is a 7.
See, Keela's saying Skip Bayless's net worth is 17 million. So if come on, if his net worth is only 17 million and he's offering 1.5, this woman has to be like, man, this woman got to be like a baddie. Like, she had to be on some epic build a bear type stuff.
So we don't got a picture or name.
I'll look the picture up. But if anybody got sense, they've seen those sites say that 50 Cent that Rick Ross is worth more than 50 Cent. And if you think that, you deserve to be put in the corner and potty trained again because you're an idiot.
Wait, MD saying the crazy part is Skip could have just hit Joy if he would have just let her take Unk's spot. So
facts.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Okay,
MD is correct.
Ricard, Shiesty Bum says you can't just be sexually. Hey, no, okay. So we gonna start getting more into the particulars. I just wanted to stop right there because me being a man, I'm like, man, 1.5 million, that's crazy. So yeah, we're sexual harassment. We all agree is a no. We all agree. There's nobody that's saying, hey, we talked about it earlier. I've been accused of sexual harassment, like 20 years ago, and it is not fun, especially when the girl admitted that she was lying. She never apologized, and my reputation, didn't recover from that at the time. So so it's not fun. So we're not gonna, so nobody here is saying is agreeing with that. So we get that out of the crib. Ricardo saying she's a Muslim girl and apparently he has a Muslim fetish. Okay, so now we're getting a little bit more into things.
Gotta get that burqa off.
Shout out to Willie Wilson in the building. So let's continue here. Oh, Willie, what's up, man? What's up? So according to the lawsuit, Bayless allegedly made repeated advances, including offering 1.5 million. The complaint also details physical misconduct, including allegations that Bayless hugged Faraji inappropriately and pressed against her despite her clear objections. At one point, Bayless allegedly insinuated that Faraj was romantically involved with his former co-host, Shannon Sharp, creating further discomfort and unease. Go ahead, Mike.
You see her?
Oh, hold on, wait.
I can barely see her.
So that was the girl. Okay, I saw a picture of her with hey, listen, man. Hey, 1.5, absolutely
not bad.
At 1.5, absolutely not. I could go downtown Miami right now and see 100 of them in 10 steps. Come on, man.
You can go downtown Miami and see 100 dudes that look like that. I ain't paying no 1.5 million for nothing.
So MD say so MD put it in the chat. Shiesty Bum says she better get them coins. Women are tired of men trying to get advantage of them. Oh, Shiesty Bum, stick around because we gonna get into it. And if you want to come up on the panel, you damn sure can. She looks like a Kardashian type. So so based on the picture I saw, and guys have that type of fetish of those Kardashians. So not listed in this story, but she even went so far as to tell him that she had ovarian cancer, just thinking that maybe that would have, made him be like, all right, let me back off, but he still wouldn't. So let's get to the next culprit in this suit is Charlie Dixon. So Charlie Dixon, the Fox Sports executive VP, and he's a central figure in the lawsuit. Faraji claims that during a Fox Sports birthday party, Dixon grabbed her butt without her consent. This incident, she alleges, was symbiotic of a broader culture of harassment within the network. Faraj says that she reported the incident to Joy Taylor. So here it is. This is where Joy's being named. Faraj says she reported the incident to Joy Taylor, one of the network's prominent hosts, but claims Taylor dismissed her concerns, reportedly advising her to get over it. Mike, I know where you're gonna go, so hold up before we get there. Let me read on. This alleged response has drawn criticism, with many pointing to the need for stronger support systems from employees reporting misconduct. So, oh man, I hope I don't forget this. Let me just say right here. So this is saying you need a stronger support system for employees reporting misconduct. You report misconduct to HR, not your coworker.
Thank you.
I mean, listen,
Hey,
Joy Taylor.
Trevor, this girl at my job kicked my tires. What the hell Trevor gonna do about it?
Well, Travis should go to HR, to be honest.
Oh, I should go to HR?
You missed the point, Kev.
Yeah.
I'm trolling.
Trevor,
So-
go to my HR.
So, allegations involving Joy Taylor. So, Joy Taylor, 37-year-old host on FS1 and key face of the network, is also named in the lawsuit. Faraji alleges that Taylor was romantically involved with former NFL player Emmanuel Acho and engaged in sexual relationships with Dixon to secure her position at the network. The lawsuit claims that once Dixon was no longer beneficial to Taylor's career, she accused him of sexual assault to distance and protect herself and her reputation. And we're going to stop right there. So this is where we're going to stop right there. This is where you bring in Joy Taylor. So I have long said, because I don't know you guys on the panel. Kev, did you know about Joy Taylor before this started?
No, only when you guys brought it up.
Okay. And Mike, what's your first introduction to Joy Taylor?
I've known Joy Taylor since I believe she was the host on First Take. After there was the goofy guy used to be on First Take. She was one of the hosts when it was Stephen A. Smith and Skip before he left the network to start Fox 1. So I've known Joy Taylor for a long time.
So my knowing of Joy Taylor goes back even further than that, to when she was a co-host on local radio here on 790 The Ticket, which is a local Miami station that's not even in business anymore. Joy Taylor was on there. It seemed to me like she was on there as a favor to her brother. And I used to always, because the radio station had text capabilities, and I would always just text in, "She's terrible. Why is she on the radio? She's insufferable. Her voice is horrendous. She has terrible sports takes. Get rid of her." And that was always my thing. And she ended up not being on there anymore. And then all of a sudden I see her now on the mainstream as the face of just, the face of Fox Sports. And I still have the same thoughts about her. Like, she's terrible. Her takes aren't any good. Her voice is insufferable. Hey. So now when you see something like this, now it kind of lends credence, because they're saying, oh, she was getting it on, and all this while she was married now. So let's not lose sight of the fact that she was married. She was getting it on with this older guy, the head of FS1, Charlie Dixon, which was probably in the 60s and 70s, as long as it was beneficial to him, her allegedly, to climb up that corporate ladder, which gets her face on every show, which gets her on all the commercials, and makes her basically the female face of the network. So now, Mike, you hear this, they're out. We're gonna say allegedly, because it's allegations. What do you got to say about this, knowing what you know about Joy Taylor, knowing that we don't necessarily think she's good at her job?
I think it's par for the course. If you look at the other network, there's a woman there named Molly Querim, who is the exact carbon copy of Joy Taylor, just on the other show. A woman who you cannot stand listening to her voice. You think her takes are horrendous. When she talks, she always cuts people off like she's trying to bully these athletes out the way. Hey, we're going to listen to what I have to say now because I'm here. And I need to say this. I'm not saying that women can't talk sports. I'm saying these quote unquote pretty women that talk sports are usually trash. I need my women to be a little beat up in the face to do, and this is my own personal belief. This is not the thoughts of anyone else on the network. I personally believe pretty, like really dimes or 9s and 10s, they don't do anything well when it comes to opinion-based things or theories or anything, because they've had a life that's so graced and they could do something regular. And then a guy will be like, oh, you did great, baby. That was fantastic. Because he wants to be insider. I've never been that guy. I'm the guy to tell you, hey, you fine and all, you're trash. Like, that's just who I've always been. I'm the dude who make fun of the fine girl. That's why I always got him. You know what I'm saying? And she's not even fine, but she has a fine mentality. So she moves like that. I need an ugly woman to tell me about anything. If a pretty girl tells me the school is up the street, I know it's at least 12 blocks away. She don't know what the hell she's talking about.
Stupid.
It's a fact. I don't trust nothing they say. That's why I only mess with 7s and 8s. I don't want dimes to tell me nothing. They ain't good to do anything but be pretty. And they're the worst. You ever had a dime cook for you? It's horrible. Dimes just need to walk around, be pretty, turn letters, holla at you, Vanna, turn letters and show stuff. That's all they need to do. Stay out the way when people are thinking. I ain't got time for your thoughts. Move out the way.
So before we get on to the more serious part of this, Kev, well, what do you think about that? Knowing what me and Mike have said about her, basically her talents, because you don't know her, so you can't really form an opinion. Yeah. You can't form an opinion on her talents based off of anything you know, because you don't know of her work. But what do you think as far as what you see is being alleged? And before we get into anything else, just like based on that, what do you think? Do you think she actually, her talent got her to the top, or did she just climb on top?
Ooh.
Oh, that was
I'm pretty sure she climbed on someone, but
I do bars.
That's
but yeah, I did see a picture of her as you guys were talking, and to be honest, I feel like with what I'm hearing right now, these two women didn't do anything wrong, except for cheating on their husband.
Yo, he couldn't wait to give her grace.
Well, hold on, Kev, because Kev, no, you're talking. So we're not talking about the Faraji girl. I don't think the Faraji girl did anything wrong. Okay. We're talking about Joy Taylor, the one that I put up on the screen.
Okay, same thing. I don't think she did anything wrong. You know, she like I said before, coochie is an investment. Like Ricardo said, coochienomics.
Wow.
And she's getting a return on her investment. You know, now if you guys ever looked at Telemundo and you see some of the shows at night or even sometimes in the morning, their hosts are crazy. Listen, booty shorts, tatas, going the news today, the weather, and I'm like, hey, yo, I'm 8. I don't have cable yet. I should not be seeing this on public television, and yet I'm pretty sure their ratings are fired because they don't care about the talent, and clearly the hosts, so the women, are using their assets to their advantage. I mean, let's be honest. If I could take off my shirt and I probably could. I don't know. If I could take off my shirt and be famous with that, hey, I might do it. I might do it. I don't know.
So hold on, because Mike touched on it, but now I'm about to just we gonna do it because this is the barbershop. I agree with Mike. I think the more unattractive she is, the better sports takes she gives. I'll even go so far as to say I have never seen a pretty woman give real good sports takes. And it's crazy that in the world of sports journalism, you get pushed out to the front just because of how you look. Whereas with the men, you look at some of the top sports journalists for men and look at what they look like. What's the guy, Mike, that recently died and he used to look like Mr. McAfee from not Mr. McAfee, Mr. McAfee from South Park. The guy to be like, okay, John Clayton. John Clayton was a terrible looking dude, but his sports takes were unmatched. So you could have got a more handsome fella like myself and just put us in front of the camera, but we wouldn't have been able to hold his jock. But then with the women, it's okay to just be like, all right, man, let's just put her up because she has a nice set of tits, and you know, damn that she's confusing Joe Burrow with Joe Montana, but nevertheless, let's just put her up there. So I agree with you, Kev. I don't think the only thing I think Joy Taylor did wrong is cheat on her husband. That's the only thing I think that she did wrong is cheat on her
Nope, she did
husband
something else
allegedly.
wrong too.
Well,
She
no,
did
we
something
gonna
else.
we did because Mike pointed this out to me. I didn't even see this. Mike pointed this out to me, so we definitely gonna get to that. But I think the only thing that she did wrong on part one is to mess around on her husband to further her career. But what I will say is once you guys start owning it, and by you guys I mean women, once y'all start owning that that's what y'all do, then I think things will be better, because you can't turn around and call us a bunch of pigs and dogs when you're coming into the workplace with your D's pointed all out. You can't do it, because from the beginning of this show, Mike and myself did this over a year ago, and we started out saying that y'all sexualize everything, and we were ridiculed. We were just I felt damn near abused with, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Not all. But it's becoming more apparent now that everything y'all do, you have to sexualize it. Let's look at this girl, this Cooking with Kaya girl. Her food that she cooks looks amazing. Like, you would think that she could just make it off of the merits of how fantastic her food looks. But no, she knows how to play the game. Maybe if I turn around and shake my ass or put my titties up in the screen, I'll be able to get more clicks and views. So that's what we always been talking about, is this big disconnect, man. There's a friggin' shout out to Zay in the building. There's a huge disconnect. Kev, I know you want to come save him, man. Go ahead.
I just want to ask you if it works or not. Because if it works, then why are you complaining?
Of course it works, Kev. Of course it works. Of course it works. That's why that's the reason why a show like this could get a couple hundred views, and a show that with no substance but just a bunch of women with the titties in the screen could get hundreds of thousands of views. Okay, we're always at a deficit.
Yeah, let's just find someone who's got some nice titties. I don't know if you guys ever watch Milagros. I like watching her. She goes over like celebrity gossip and like court cases, but I also like looking at her titties. They're great assets. So yeah, she's got my attention and I get informed. So I mean, it's a win-win situation for my eyes. Maybe
so
not.
I asked Mike this question a long time ago. I don't know if he remembered. I can't remember what he said. I guess I can go back to the show. I asked him, are we the problem of the monsters that we created? Because obviously if they do this and they wouldn't get no advances, they wouldn't get pushed ahead of the more qualified people. Because let's face it, she's terrible. So we're not just bagging on her. She's terrible at her job. She is. She's like Mike McDaniel, just terrible at their job, but they still keep getting chances. Okay, too soon. The wounds are the hurt is coming back. But if are we, and when I say we, you guys know I'm talking about men. Are we the cause of that? Like, are we the problems that, because if they do it and we didn't react to it, then they probably would stop doing it?
Sir.
Oh, there you go. He hit me with a sir. First one in 2025.
That wouldn't. I'm gonna answer by asking you a question.
Go ahead and infantile men.
Yo, you just bite me? You stop trying to beat me, sir. Let me ask you a question. When women see dogs, and I mean dogs like players, right? When they see players and they run up on them and they go, oh, damn, I know he's a player, but he's fine. Let me try. Is it their fault?
Wait, say that again. I was looking at this comment.
When women see players, right? They see dudes who are players, and they know who they are, and they run up on them and get played. Is it their fault?
Yes.
Then it's our fault.
No.
I was talking to a sane person, not you.
Talking to me.
This ain't the Kevin part of the show yet. Talking to sane people. But yeah, it's our and there's no one, and the problem is I wouldn't blame anybody if there wasn't the complaining. The complaining is my problem. I tell women all the time, if you want to run after Future, cool. I don't want to hear you complain about it later. Same thing I tell the men. You want to go watch on OnlyFans? Cool. I don't want to hear you complain about it later. Don't come crying to me when she treats you like a punk. Because that's what she wanted. You knew what she wanted. I knew what she wanted. I never met her a day in my life, and I know what she was about. We've never seen Joy Taylor. We knew she was about upward mobility. We knew it. We knew it just from the moves. Nobody goes from just being a person that interviews to all of a sudden they're in the middle of the two most powerful guys, to all of a sudden they got their own channel, to all of a sudden she's upward mobile. That's what she's about. So you know if she's offering you, oh, sir, I have some vagina lips. Would you like some more? If that's what she says, you know it's coming with something. And what I respect is every man that got that box played the game right. They were like, thank you, man, for the vagina. It was fantastic. Here's your little bit of power that I can give you. And she took that power, said thanks, and kept on moving. She flexed it. Hey, you know I know so-and-so. You better be careful what you say to me. Oh, I'm sorry, man. And when the guy came, he was like, that box was wet. You better watch what you say to her. Everybody played their position. If we're all going to be corrupt, I'm cool with it. It's when people try to act like all of a sudden I'm innocent. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Rick Ross said a wonderful line. He said, Jose Canseco's only snitching because he's finished. And that's a fact. When you get played out the game, then you want to tattletale, I don't want to hear you. That's why snitches get stitches. That's why everybody in the hood believes in that. We're not saying civilians are supposed to get stitches. We're saying if you're in the game and you profit off of the game and you've done your dirt, then stay in the game when the bad stuff happens. When it's good and everything's good and you popping champagne and you sitting there with BMF, hey, we in the club, and you walk to the front of the club and you step on a dude's car and he don't say nothing. When that dude show up with his crew and they bust you in the chest and you laying there bleeding and the cop says, who did it? You're supposed to say, I ain't seen nothing, officer, even if that dude's standing right over there. Because you're in the game. You made choices. I don't want to hear you crying. I don't. That's how I feel.
I agree. Cliff says, I guess looks can take you far. Cliff, I know
Why
you
think me and you ain't nowhere, Cliff.
I think you're just making a statement there because like we know that. Kev, well, what do you got on that before we get to what she did that was so egregious?
I disagree with everything Mike said. That man is bugging.
Which is why you're not in MIR.
Turn your screen off. So if you're a thief and I'm selling you TVs that I stole, and then you let me sleep at your house because like I need a place to stay, and then I steal your TV, you shouldn't be surprised that I stole your TV. It's the same way when I see people do
That's
dirt.
literally what I just said.
I know. Oh, hold on.
But you're agreeing with
Hold on. I'm agreeing with that. Well, hold on. Now, when it comes to the dirt that's being played, we've all been told that, hey, you shouldn't be messing around with your coworkers. And also, there's a power dynamic. So that's going to look bad on your part if you decide to do the dirty tango with your coworker. Now, to me, I think it's definitely your fault for doing that with that person. But also, I think if you're going to do dirt anyways, you might as well just take down everybody with you, as long as it doesn't harm you. And when it comes to women, their reputation means everything. So of course, if you understand this, a woman has to keep her reputation fresh. Then of course you got to understand that no matter what happens, she's gonna have to take you down with her. Like, so with this whole Joy situation, from what it sounds like, allegedly, and I'm going based off the articles. Allegedly, there's like other things going on with the dudes at power. So of course she doesn't want to look some type of way. So yeah, she's gonna bring them down. So I know Mike wants to say like, oh, don't complain about it if you do dirt. At the same time, like if I'm gonna continue doing dirt, if I'm someone who's doing that, then yeah, I'm gonna make sure everybody goes down with me, so that way I can protect myself. I mean, it seems that simple to me.
You're
Real
not
quick,
protecting yourself, because now no one's gonna ever let you back in the game, because her career isn't. She's not done. She's not trying to get off of TV. She's trying to go on to another set. And I would never let you close to anything I'm doing. I want to let you close. So she's screwing her career.
Well, she's got a vagina. She'll find somebody.
Literally.
Hey,
Hey,
you heard what he just said? She's got a vagina. She'll find somebody.
Am I wrong or am I right?
No, I want for the next times when you start making your BS points about women need to, and women this and women that, you boil her down to a hole. She's an orifice to you. Show respect. I respect women as equals. You see them as a bunch of holes to be used. That's what you just said. Go ahead, Trevor. Continue.
He got you, Kev. I did want to bring up this to you, Kev. One time, more than one time, a bunch of women would always tell me that they rather hang around with men because this is to you saying that a woman doesn't want her reputation. I don't think they really care about their reputation, and here's why. I had a bunch of women tell me one time they rather hang around with men because the worst thing a man could do is say that he banged you. Whereas with women, they could get you in all type of crap. So I don't think the slut label doesn't bother them anymore. They don't care about that anymore. A lot of them wear it like a badge of honor. So I don't think when it comes down to the reputation of being pure and all that, they could care less about that. Like, absolutely.
What they wear outside,
even a slut don't like
Trevor?
being called a slut.
Yeah, well, trust me, I know.
You see the clothes they wear outside, they don't care what you think about them anymore. Them days are over. That's why I said bring back shame. They don't care.
So
her coochie lip is halfway hanging out the bottom of her skirt.
Bone says, get all these women off my sports, plain and simple. I don't want y'all ruining my sports. Stick to cooking show.
They done turned my Secretary of Defense into Vencat.
So okay, what do you think about that? That's why I wish Wayne was up here, because I know what Wayne thinks about it. Kev, what do you think about women in sports in general? So not necessarily like the WNBA and stuff like that, but women being like sports analysts and things like that.
I mean, I think it's cool if they genuinely like it. I don't find too many women that are funny, but when I do find them funny, then yeah, it's a nice thing to have, and it's a nice little what you call it? It's a nice way to diversify like entertainment, because it's only so many times I want to listen to a man, talk in my ear. Like I want to listen to nice, sweet sounds of a woman, but also listen to like sports or like commentary and stuff like that. I'm fine with it.
Why? What? Like, all right, Mike. What do you think? What do you think about?
Act like I said something weird.
No, I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna wait for Mike. Mike, what do you think about women being like in sports commentary and stuff like that?
I think only ugly women should be commenting. I don't want to hear nothing from pretty chicks. I understand they're there for the look, but I actually want substance. I like substance, and ugly women see substance because they weren't let off the hook growing up. You ever wonder why pretty girls have crappy personalities? It's because men didn't tell them when they were young. They didn't say, hey, everything you're saying is stupid. You should stop saying it. They said, girl, you crazy. The hell is she talking about? I don't know. You'll see that ass? That don't matter. Hey, girl, come on over. That's why. It's a fact. That's why, that's why dudes who are attractive think that everybody can holler at everybody. All you got to do is be confident. No. You got to look like Chris Brown, stupid. You don't even have to. I got a cousin that is gorgeous to women that thinks, oh, everybody got game. No, you don't have any game, sir. I ain't never seen you say something to convince a girl to sleep with you. You just smile and let the sunlight twinkle off your hazels, and all of a sudden, that's all. Pretty people privilege. Shut up, take it, and get out the way, and let me see my football.
So Keela says we love sports, so we're absolutely not trying to take the sports from you. But I do. So man, because I said that I was gonna make a conscious effort this year to just go ahead and just say exactly how I feel and don't hold nothing back.
It's freeing. You should try it.
I got a problem with it. Just because I just feel like it's one more thing that you're trying to infiltrate and take from us. Because I have yet to see a woman that really does it good, with the exception of the unattractive one. So there's this woman in basketball. There's an older woman. She's been around forever. She can break down some damn basketball. but she's she's not nice to look at. And then you go and put like your Sage Steels and all of them. And when I'm listening to them talk, I'm just like, oh my goodness, bro, shut up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got a problem with it. Like, why do you always like, can we have anything? Like, this is not anything you could do. I can do better. It's like, why can't we have something? Case in point. So we do this little YouTube thing, and make sure y'all hit the like button. But we started this channel doing wrestling commentary. So, when I go in different circles, I like to see how other wrestling commentators, YouTubers do it. And for the most part, it's men doing wrestling commentary. But now I'm starting to see a lot of women get into the game doing wrestling commentary and live watch-alongs and things like that. That's fine. We were just at a wrestling show 2 weeks ago. Fantastic. Had a great time. Women love wrestling. It's fine. My wife and daughter love wrestling. It's fine. My problem is everything they do, they got to take it up a notch and try to sexualize it and take the purity out of it. So now these women that I see online doing like wrestling commentary and live watch-alongs, now they're doing their shows in just their halter tops. Or so you see me, I got my wrestling belts behind me. You can see that I'm a wrestling fan and this and that. But now they want to do it. Now they got to do it in their halter tops. Or now they gotta just get in the camera a little bit more like that. Every single time they try to take something that we do, that we've been doing forever, they got to try to sexualize it. That's my problem. And
It's
Mike,
your fault,
okay?
Trevor.
Well, hold on. It's my fault? How?
What was the thing that you started off by saying when this topic started? I don't mind them using what they have. I don't. It's your fault, because I say keep pretty women out of all things that I enjoy. I'll take ugly women. I ain't got no problem with ugly women. But every time you go into anything, once pretty women show up, they're going to use their prettiness to ruin the thing. If you're like, hey, I'm a nerd. I like people that dress up like nerds. What happened? As soon as they started getting popular and followers and girls that dress up, the girls used to dress up goofy as hell. Now they got the women wearing the super tight this with the titties out the top and the super makeup. It ain't fun no more. When I started liking, I used to like on Twitch. I used to watch the gamers play. You see the goofy fat girls playing. Yeah, I'm nice at this. First person shooter. Now, SSS Sniper Wolf. Oh, I got these up. I take all the fans. It's pretty women. It ain't women. It's pretty women. Once pretty women show up, everything goes off, because every single thing that you love is filled with what Kevin likes to call incels. It's filled with dudes who don't get no draws. I tell women this all the time. Women always go, all the men, and I say, no, not all the men that you see, all the men that you're attracted to, because the majority of men get no ass. Okay? The majority, no, people need to understand this. They keep saying it. The majority of men in the world get no ass, or they find one girl who realizes he ain't going nowhere. Let me get this little dude some coochie and I could beat him up and he'll give me all his money. That's what they are. There's very few. It's 20% of men that can move like, hey, girl, I don't care if you cute. I'll go find another one like you. There's very few men that move like that. And when you can move like that, it gives you power. And that's what annoys pretty women. Pretty women don't want other people to have power. They want all the power. Them and Chris Brown. That's what they want. Them, Chris Brown, and Idris Elba. That's it. And it don't work like that. But when you guys let the pretty chicks, the cooking with Kaya, there was fat, ugly grandmas cooking way before cooking with Kaya. Way before. I learned to cook Spanish food because I went and found a grandma who was like, okay, no, this is tomato paste, not tomato sauce. They're different. I was like, I didn't know that. I thought tomato sauce and tomato paste was the same thing. Nope. I learned how to make arroz con dulces. I know how to make all that Spanish crust when I was with a Spanish girl. I learned how. She was like, how are you cooking so good? Because I looked at old, angry Spanish women. But now you got a girl with her tetas all up, face beat up, and every time she shows you the plate, guess what the next thing you see? Her booty. And all the dudes that can't get no girls, that's in the corner like that, they watch it Cooking with Kaya. Pretty girls ruin everything. That is the point blank Period. If you like beards, keep liking beards. There's gonna be a pretty girl with a beard show up and ruin all beards for y'all. You like waves? I used to love waves. Then they got girls who brush their hair backwards trying to do the wave challenge. Get your ass out of the wave challenge. This is a man thing. But no, they want everything.
Hey,
Well, I'm sorry, Mike, but I can't jerk off the grandma. So listen, I love cooking with Kaya. I love everybody that wants to join everything that I like. You know what I'm saying? Sports, anime, sports, anime, cooking, even whatever. Like I love the idea of like everybody is included. And you know, if I have a girl that likes the things that I like, I can have her join my thing instead of it being like, ugh, she's taking me.
Yeah, don't give her a page.
Say that again.
Keep her next to you. Don't give her a page.
Don't give her a page.
Yeah, keep her next to you and join it. Once you get a page, guess what she's gonna do? Get popular and leave you. Because that's what pretty girls do.
Because she's gonna start getting all the attention from the other guys and things like that. And it just opens up one big Pandora's box. So MD says there's only a few women sportscasters that are good, but they're in other sports like tennis and the Olympics. Jamel Hill was a great basketball mind, but she even tried to sexualize herself. So me and Mike had a whole conversation about Jamel Hill. Wayne definitely has a take on Jamel Hill, but again, he's not here.
Hey,
I think
you misspelled hate. It ain't take, it's hate.
yeah, he has a weird hatred for Jamel Hill. Like I like Jamel Hill. I haven't listened to her recently, but you know, I did used to like her back in the day, and I always thought she was cute. I don't, you know, I didn't
she's
have
a 6.5, 7.
Yeah. I don't have no issue with her. So they start showing some skin. This is what D-Lock says.
Hey, hold up, Trevor. I want to say this. Everybody go do this. Go look up all the women that are in the Sportscasters Hall of Fame. Bet you they ugly, or at least 6s.
I got a question too.
Go ahead. Bet you they 6s.
This is a Trev. So, quick question. So, let's say you had a guest, and she had some nice C cups, and she came on this panel. And when she, by the time she's like done with this like live stream, you shoot up like 2,000 subscribers. You letting her come back on, or you gonna say no? This is Man Talk Monday. You can't come back here.
So with me, I probably wouldn't let her come on, because then she'd try to take over the show.
I was just about to say that.
And that's
ain't giving up no power.
That's what that would be about. I'm not letting nobody come take over my show, especially not a woman, because that's what they try to do, and they'd use that as an advantage. And I feel like I had to say this. I don't think I should say this, but I feel like I had to say this. I love women. I'm married to a beautiful woman myself. But I just feel that everything must be done in decency and order. And I think for too long, it's just been an overflow into things. Nothing's manly anymore. Like nothing's defined man anymore. Everything is just like, oh yeah, just let everybody be in it. Whoop-de-doo, you know, and stuff like that. And I'm not a big fan of that. But to your titty talk, it'll be good for a one-time thing just to boost some numbers and stuff like that. But that's not something that I would do, because for me, I really feel like I'm talented enough that it'll come eventually. It may not come overnight, but it'll come eventually. I don't have to, you know, I mean, we'd all, I was about to say something. I'm not going to say it because my wife will run out here and slap me in the face, but there's things that could be done if you want to sexualize a show. I mean, it is what it is, but you know, we don't need to do that. Like I don't operate like that. I don't need to do that, especially because of the other things that I do over here. I don't need a certain crowd over here, if that makes sense.
And let's be clear. I'm talking about pretty women. When I say pretty women, I'm not talking about a woman you find attractive. I'm not talking about a woman that, because we have women that we interact on a daily basis. I've never seen Trevor's wife before, but I'm pretty sure she's attractive. We got Dr. Me. I've never seen your wife, so I just hear
I
this
know what
voice.
he mean. I know what he mean when he say that.
Yeah, this voice just floats around and offers me chicken wings. I don't know, whatever. but we have Dr. Mia, who is a beautiful young woman. We have Moon, who's a beautiful young woman. We got JoJo, who pops up, pretty younger. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about what classically society would put on television and say everybody lusts after this. That's what I'm saying. That look, right? Because the same way they don't look at Jamel Hill like that, I don't think they would look at the women we think are pretty in real life like that. It's these women that they post up and they go, oh man, all the Trump supporters are gonna love this, or all the confused independents are gonna love this. That's what they're saying. Those are the women I'm talking about. The women that sow discord, the women that have no problem setting fire to everything. Look at and I keep saying this, the chick who got Vince, who got in the thing with Vince. I always hold her aside because she has that look, but she had integrity. That's why I never include her with these other bum females. She was a whore. She stood on being a whore. And when everything fell apart, she stood in the whore's place and said, cool, just give me my check on time. And when he ain't pay up, that's when she burned the world down. And I got nothing but respect for that. Because if I did all that, if I let you boo-boo on me and you don't pay me my check on the 3rd, I'm burning your house down. So I respect her highly. It's the rest of these chicks who can't wait to, but look at him. He's doing better than me, but I let him hit. That's the stuff that pissed me off. You played the game. If he played it better, take your lump. It is what it is. Simple and plain. And when are you gonna let me say this thing about her? Because I'm still holding it.
No, we about to get to it now because I want to get to the Travis. I want to get to the Travis Hunter. So let me read some of these comments. Though, Dwayne says, "I don't know what y'all talking about. I like and respect Joy's commentary on sports."
Hashtag sarcasm.
Dwayne, I'm gonna ask you one question. I want you to answer it honestly. If Joy Taylor gave her takes not on camera, would you like it the same? Go ahead and answer that in the chat. Doris Burke was the name of the
Yes!
NBA woman that I was talking about.
And Doris is ugly, but she got a mind for sports,
yeah.
baby.
And Doris and Reggie Miller's sister.
Yeah. And she ugly too, but she got a mind for sports, baby.
But they break down some basketball. Keela says same thing with weapons. You're showing a weapon and you got your cheeks all in the camera. Absolutely.
Yes.
There's this girl actually that does cooking, and she's showing off all her guns, and she does it wearing basically nothing, like as if you just couldn't make it just doing the cooking, because the food just actually looks really good. As always, they got to go that extra mile.
Bro, you tripping? There's a girl who's supposed to be showing off weapons, and all she does is wear like army fatigues that are so tight, so they like it like does like the Amazon thing in the top of your crack. So and then she lays down flat, and always when she shoots, you see the ripple go through her body and the cheeks shake, and it's like all the guys in the comments. I'm like, y'all ain't never had sex before? You ain't never had a booty? You ain't never hit a girl from the back and seen the waves? What's up with y'all?
Mike with thorough research, as y'all can see.
Oh boy, here go Mike. Oh man, hell about to freeze over. MD says, Mike, you just solidified your rightness. It's the trick's fault. Man,
with 2025, but MD, I'm gonna create because that 6th spot I'm leaving open for somebody specific, but I'm creating an offshoot. I'm gonna call us the Right Prophets, and you might be my first draft pick. The Right Prophets. Yes, sir.
MD says we live in a world full of Johns. It is what it is. So Bone says Trevor Denise. All right, I didn't want to say her name, but yeah, I agree. She's terrible. That's why I stopped watching that show, because she's awful. She brings his show down to a screeching halt. She's terrible. But again, it's a woman that they thought was cute, and they put her in the camera to try to sell wrestling, when I was better off just listening to him.
See, that's why Spanish people do it correctly. Like, if you're a Spanish person and you're a woman and you have like important takes and things to say, they put you on camera over here. If you're just there to look good, they put you in front of the weather thing so you can see the side profile, and the girl, and you just do this sideways, and she knows what she's doing. She's turning sideways, she letting it rump, she letting it show, she letting the figure, and then gracias back to you, and then she off the camera. Ain't nobody there to hear what she gotta say. She's there for a reason. You're there to be a prop and to be objectified. If you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Pay her what she's worth and get the hell out the way. That's all I'm asking. I'm fair. I think I'm fair.
And I agree. I'm agreeing with what Mike's saying. I'm not against you doing what you got to do. What I'm against is you doing what you got to do and then saying that you're not doing what you're doing, saying that you got to the top because you were so great at what you did, denying the fact that you literally had no talent and you use your assets. So that's what I'm saying. Keela says 6.5. Really, Mike? E says preach, Mike. Let's get down. Wait a minute. Say it with me.
AKA take that.
Yeah. Hey, MD says say it with me, Kev. Cooking with Kai.
Yo, every time he does it, he dances.
Oh my goodness.
Side dance.
I love you, Kaya.
So let's so Mike, okay, so it went further on to say that Joy, because I read this, and I'll tell you, man, sometimes I read stuff and just look over it. I read this and didn't even see it, and then Mike brought it up to me when we were discussing this earlier. So it went on to say that the sister that's talking, the lady that's talking about Joy, says that allegedly she said that after, basically after she got what she needed from the Dixon guy, that she's now gonna, complain on him for harassment. So Mike, I know you wanted to talk about that. Well, what you got on that?
That is my problem. That is the thing that it hurts me in my soul. Like, I don't understand. People say believe all women or Me Too and all that, and they act like this other side doesn't exist. I was telling the guys about an argument I was having with the guy at work who's in a precarious position. We won't even get into that. And all he keeps saying is toxic masculinity. And I kept telling him it's toxic humanity, because if you want to bring up toxic masculinity, I could bring up toxic femininity. And then he was like, well, everything you're going to say is in regards to a man. I'm like, everything you say for toxic masculinity is in regards to a woman. Well, what are we doing? And this is what I'm showing you. This is toxic femininity. She got all she could. When she couldn't wring one more drop of corruption out, she went back to falling on victimhood. And that's disgusting. There is nothing, that is literally the Weinberg of women to me now. Because he flexed his power, and then was like, hey, I mean, we could quit. Actually, no, she's worse than Weinberg. Because he was like quid pro quo, and if you said no, then he tried to destroy you. This chick is like quid pro quo, says yes, and then when she gets what she bargained for, wants more. When you don't want to bargain again, I'm going to destroy your life. How is that okay? How is everyone okay with that? Why is it okay when a woman destroys everything when she was a part of the corruption? That makes no sense to me. That's my problem with women saying, oh, I'm always team girl, team woman. They never admit when the women are the problem, when the women are the poison. And that disgusts me.
Well, hold that thought real quick. Let me read what this says. It says, Faraji alleges that Taylor was romantically involved with Acho, and engaged in a sexual relationship with Dixon to secure her position at the network. The lawsuit claims that once Dixon was no longer beneficial to Taylor's career, she accused him of SA to distance herself and protect her reputation. Faraji claims suggest a complex and troubling dynamic in which Taylor allegedly exploited her sexuality to advance professionally while failing to support colleagues facing harassment. So she's saying that, Taylor did all this to get ahead, and now that she's ahead, she don't want to turn back a hand for her colleague that's facing an issue. But to Mike's point, man, again, I've had somebody make those claims against me. And it's that can ruin your reputation. I was innocent, obviously, but it's just the fact that you got to go through the HR. You got to go through all these counseling sessions. You got to do this. They got to bring in all this investigations, only to find out that the person was like, hey, you know what? I made it up. And that's the troubling thing that's being alleged here, that she's saying, you know what? I'm gonna just use this to distance myself from, so they can't call me a pass around. And that's the disgusting part. Like, that's the disgusting part. Kev, go ahead and defend it, because I know you want to.
I'm sorry, you waiting on me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, my connection got cut off. But I mean, yeah, it's what I said before. Like, you know, you're playing in dirt, then just get ready to be dirty. Because, like I said, she's gotta watch out for her reputation. Now, you guys might say, oh, you know, if a hoe knows she's a hoe, then she's not gonna care if you call her a slut or a pass around and stuff like that. But, you know, you're not a woman at the end of the day, so you don't know what their prerogative or like what's going on in their mind to where like they tolerate certain things. So yeah, like I said, I don't mind women using their power to advantage. I mean, shoot, guys do it. So in this case, if you want to take the risk of, you know, doing things with your coworker, then be ready to lose your job or like have your reputation go in the dirt, because she's got to watch her back to make sure that she doesn't look bad in the future. So I mean, it is.
Kev, what's your thoughts on having sex with a coworker?
I think it's risky. I mean, I've done it before, but luckily for me, like those coworkers were leaving anyways. So if it did come back on me, then, you know, it wouldn't be an issue with that scenario. But yeah, if I did do things with coworkers and then she turned around and said something about me, I mean, yeah, it's my fault at the end of the day. Now, not saying it's right or wrong, but you know, that is a risk that I took. Like, for example, I did I was doing like Uber at the time, and I was helping this girl with her groceries into the house to bring it to the house, and I asked her for her phone number, and she's like, oh, no, thank you. And when I went back to the car and was getting ready to do like another drive, Uber disconnected me from the platform, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I looked to see like what the complaint was. I called them, and they were saying that I was sexually harassing her. I'm like, what? No, I didn't do anything like that. And they're like, okay, you know, you haven't had a bad track record, so we believe you. But yeah, if it happens again, then we have to get you off. And that was a big lesson in my mind, because, you know, for me, like, I'm just getting her phone number, but to her, like, she's, you know, she probably is married, she probably has a boyfriend, or she probably lives at home. And here I come, I'm supposed to just pick her up somewhere and drop her off. Now I'm a guy who like knows where she lives, that she knows that I like her, and, you know, me being a stranger, she doesn't know like who I could be or if I'm a threat or not. So yeah, am I mad at her? No, I'm more upset at myself for taking that risk. So like I said, if you guys want to play in dirt and play with your coworkers, I mean, that's fine, but, you know, accept the consequences.
That is the dumbest thing I've heard.
Mike, stupid, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
Mike,
family, family. Let me ask you a question.
Mike, stupid.
No, for real, bro. Let's say, all right, me and you, right?
Shout out to Moon Goddess in the building.
I feel harassed right now. I might tell Trevor on you. I don't know.
Go ahead. Yeah, Trevor's gonna tell HR. Trevor is HR. So check this out. Say I'm giving you a ride somewhere, right?
Right.
And when we get to the place, I say, hey, give me $10. And you're like, what? I'm like, give me $10.
No.
No. Let me finish. I'll let you go. I say, give me $10. You go, nah, I don't have $10. I'm like, man, I know you got $10. Give me $10. And I go in your pocket, I take $10. Now, are you going to let's say you know Trevor, all right? And Trevor, the relationship Trevor and I have right now is the relationship we have. You go to Trevor and you say, hey, Trev, Mike took $10 from me. Could you tell him, you know, not to do that again? What power do you think Trevor's gonna have over me? And I'm being real. Logically thinking, do you think telling Trevor is gonna make me more or less pissed off at you?
You mean if we were working together or just like right now?
I mean, I just dropped you off.
Like right now.
You asked for a ride somewhere. You don't know me, I don't know you. You asked for a ride, I happened to give you a ride. You gave me gas money for the ride, and then I took an extra 10.
I gave y'all a great example. This has nothing to do with what I just said.
It has exactly to do. I'm gonna tell you why. You know why?
Here's
because
a scenario.
If she was really afraid of you and really terrified, her going to Lyft, or Uber, who we all know can't do anything to you, all she really did was almost cost you your job. And I guarantee you, if you're afraid of somebody and then you cost them their job and they know where you live, you're pretty much putting yourself in a position to be more than harassed. Especially when all the person did was ask you for a number. All they did was ask you for a number. That's not harassment.
Well, in that scenario,
So she isn't a woman who was scared. She's this thing we call, ready, Kev? She's an asshole. Plain and simple. She's an a-hole. That's it. She's a woman who could have made your life. She's a Karen. That's what we call them nowadays. She's a woman who saw she can make your life difficult, and she did it. Because 90, I ain't gonna say 90, but most women, if all you did, and I'm going off of you, if all you did was, hey, I was just wondering if I can get your number, and she was like, nah, sorry. And it was like, okay, to most women in the world that have ever talked to a guy, that's the end of it. They're happy because they're like, oh, that's it? Cool. So if she called in and you give her the grace that, oh, she might have felt away, you're the problem, sir. You're the problem. Because there's no other way. There's no other way to talk to a girl other than to try to talk to a girl. That's it. What is that? Oh, Lord. Let me look at the big screen.
Because if I reacted negatively to her reporting me, then I just proved her right. I was a danger, and I need to get away from her. Hence why she's going to the platform.
You're proving my point.
Now,
she's giving you a reason to act
smart
negative.
to do that? Is it a good idea? I don't know. But the only thing she can think of doing, because she wouldn't see me ever again, is to report it. Right.
You're proving my point.
And to make sure, in her mind, I don't come back. Now, the scenario you're giving has nothing to do with what I said.
It has everything to do with what you said.
A better scenario would be if let's say I'm bigger than you, or I'm your size, right?
Which I'm bigger than you, which is why I use that.
Okay, let's say you're my size and I'm your size. So I'm like 5'4", or no, I'm sorry, 5'6". Mike is like 6 foot tall, or however tall you are. And I'm driving Mike to his house, and I told Mike he's cute, and let me get his phone number. And we're both men. You wouldn't feel creeped out? You would feel creeped out. Now, would you report me? I don't know.
Sir, I've been in a gay club when I was hanging with my homegirl, and
I was wanting to see where he was going there.
Whatever. And had Dominican men try to holler at me. And you know what I told dude? I like women, sir. And you know what he said? How you know, Papi, until you try it? I go, I've never tried jalapenos, but I don't want them in my mouth either. And he laughed. He laughed, gave me dap, and took his gay self back to where he was. That was the end of it. I didn't call HR on him.
Hey, and on that we're gonna pivot to the next.
We're having gay conversations. Don't interrupt.
I know.
Kev,
that's the part that I'm upset about, because I really gotta go at 8. I didn't want to cut this short, but I have to, just because we got to talk about Travis Hunter, and somebody came in the chat and talked about Travis Hunter. So, I mean, damn.
You good, man? I'm just joking.
All right, that's, it won't be like this all the time. It's just that I got to catch this first episode. So, all right, so we gonna condense this. What makes Travis a goofy? So, okay, so that's what they want to hear about Travis Hunter. So, Kev, are you familiar with the Travis Hunter situation?
Yes, in fact, me and Mike already went over this on our YouTube, so we're gonna put in a chat whenever I get the link.
Okay, good. So
I wrote you to give me the damn password, Kevin.
Kev, you got a wrench. Just put the damn thing in the chat.
Yeah, I'm about to right now.
All right, so we don't have to go through videos and anything. We got a couple minutes left. let's get into this Travis Hunter situation. So I titled the show Travis Hunter, Simp or Just a Brother in Love. So we're not going into detail. Mike, what say you? Travis Hunter, a simp or a brother in love?
I do not believe those two things are mutually exclusive. He can be both. He is a simp brother in love. He people think because he's an athlete, because he's D1, because he's that he has all this female attention. He's had all this ability to deal with women his whole life. There's some dudes who look good, they're just goofies. That ain't never really, there's dudes who still go, oh, hi, ma'am. I was just wondering, ma'am, if y'all remember Martin on that episode, could you mold me, ma'am? Could you mold me? There's dudes who really out there like that. There's dudes who look at women and keep them on pedestals. I saw you and my eyes glistened and I saw the heavens and the clouds parted and the Lord shined a light on you and I knew you were the one. There's attractive guys that are rich that are goofy like that. That's why they always say, what do you call a goofy woman? What do you call a goofy that's a millionaire? A goofy with money. He don't change. There's dudes out there like that. That's just who Travis Hunter is. Travis Hunter is, you know what Travis Hunter is? You guys remember, what's the fat dude that played for the Pelicans?
Zion.
He's Zion, but skinny and in another sport. That's it. Zion was a baller. He had all the attention, but he got tricked and goofified by porno chicks because he ain't never had no freaky chick before. I've had freaky chicks. Yo, I was doing that in middle school. Like, what are we talking about?
So
ain't no porno chick gonna turn me out. She might get an extra a tip. That's about it.
So Kev, Travis Hunter, you think he's a simp or he's just a brother in love?
No, I'm not going to use the word simp because he's young and
Simps can't
growing
be
up.
young?
One sec. Growing up, when it comes to like love and women and how like relationships work, there's not really like too many places you can go with like actual good advice or like authentic advice. So of course you're gonna like do things you see on like Instagram or like TikTok to like make that perfect relationship. But yeah, to me, I just see this dude. He's in love. He's young. He probably hasn't had like a fine ass chick like this, or maybe he has before. But yeah, man, for me, like you just gotta like let it just happen, you know. Like if it comes to a point where like she breaks his heart or like ruins, you know, his reputation and stuff like that, that's just a lesson you just gotta go through because like we all have to go through that, you know. Like with me, like even before I got with my little thought ex, like, and I really like that chick. Like she laughed at all my jokes, you know. She made me feel handsome. You know, she liked showing her ass, and I took pictures for her, which I shouldn't have done that.
You did
But
what?
I know, right? But you know, at the end of the day, like I was really enjoying myself with her until she cheated on me, and you know that oh, she did other things too, but that was just a lesson I had to go through, you know. So I think it's the same with Travis Hunter. You just got to go through it.
So let me play this video real quick and then we'll get back to this. Mike B. Russell.
She's not fine, Kevin. Who the hell
Yeah.
told you she was fine?
Well, that's subjective because Mike got the weirdest standards when it comes to what women look like. But
no, we don't. Mike is
that's
true.
Like
for another
pizza box areolas. I don't want to hear that, bro.
that's for another. Let's get to this.
Circular.
Mike B says Russell Wilson is another goofy with a lot of money. Shiesty Bum says is the women you're dealing with a virgin. So let me play this video that I found. I'm not going to play the video of his girlfriend. I'm gonna just play this one because this was around the time he deleted his entire social media just because he was basically tired of everybody bothering him. So let me play this video.
Why would I break up my girl? Because the internet want me to break up my girl. Ain't nobody.
Oh my God, it's low.
Her personally.
No, I can't hear it.
Yeah, we can barely hear it.
Y'all need to get some speakers.
Y'all understand? Y'all not in my personal life, so like y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know what we go through, and it's draining because everybody's always got something to say. Like, bro, just leave me alone, bro. Let me be me. I've been with my girl for 5 years. All of a sudden, this year, y'all want to say something? Leave me alone.
I changed my answer.
Hold on. All right, so it's kind of like because it looks like he's streaming, so he's kind of not just talking, he's not talking straight up. But I think we got the gist. And I'm gonna let y'all I'm gonna just let y'all go, and then I get my thoughts at the end, just because I'm gonna have some grace on this guy that Mike is probably not going to agree with.
Nope.
So
real quick,
go
can
ahead.
you
ahead,
summarize it? Because I didn't hear a thing he said.
Yeah, you couldn't really. He was basically telling people just leave him alone. He's been with his girl for 5 years. Now you guys want to say something, just leave me alone. Just like leave me alone.
Go ahead, Kev. Or you want me to go?
Ahead.
Oh, thank you. How old is Travis Hunter?
What, he's like 21, 22?
Right? Yeah.
What's 21 minus 5?
16.
Doesn't that leave it?
Semantics.
No, ain't no semantics.
I'm joking.
He's been with her since he was 16. How many of y'all? I'm not even gonna say that. This dude ain't never had no chicks, bro.
And she is older than him too, by the way.
Come on. How about how much?
I don't know how, but anywhere between 2 to 4 years. So we have another baby boy and Yvette situation.
Yo, he a sucker, bro. I take it back. He the lamest of the, bro. Oh my God, he the lame. Wow, you telling me? And you don't he sound like them dudes who you were friends with, and you were like, "Hey man, she gonna play you. Stop being a sucker." Man, you don't know. She really loves me. You don't know what we have together. You know what he sound like? He sound like what you said. No man has ever asked my body count in real life. No, it's not. Because I'd ask your body count, shiesty bum. I'd ask you. I tell everybody on here, body count matters, and I've proven it. And I've proven why it matters. But we ain't about you. Because if you ain't gonna show your face, I don't trust you. Move out the way. So
body count definitely matters.
Definitely matters. And I ask women in person. So anyway, moving on. This dude is a whole sucker. A whole sucker. He's the little just like when you look at the girl, and I've seen it when you've had female friends and they're like, girl, don't mess with him. He a dog. And the girl go, you don't know him. Like, I know him. He loved me. He really loved me. This is the female version of that. This dude is a whole sucker. Everybody, and you know what? This is to the world. This ain't even to Travis Hunter. Stop trying to help him. You can't help simps. You can't help suckers. You can't help them dudes who finally got a taste of some good coochie and now they don't know how to act. You can't help him. Just make sure you're there when it crumbles so we can all point a finger at him and laugh. Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to point a finger and laugh. When she marry him without a prenup and take half his stuff and get alimony payments and get palimony payments and get whatever money when she drain his account, and he's sitting there talking about women ain't nothing. Women ain't nothing. Women is goofies, and women is all they there for is to take you. And he become King Red Pill. That's what I want to be there for. When he become King Red Pill and all real men look at him and go, shut your goofy ass up. We know who you are. Matter of fact, hey, if everybody's listening, you remember that woman that used to be the biggest man hater in the world? That lesbian who was and I'm not saying lesbian because I don't like lesbians. I'm saying she's a lesbian, and she used to go on all the talk shows talking about men ain't nothing. Men are this, men are that. And now ever since this week or this month, she's been like, women don't know what they want. Women are out of their mind. Men are the prize. Because she dated women and they started treating her like men. That's who this guy is. They're the chicks who trying to go on the other side of the fence. No, women are the prize and women are special. Like my dog, the fifth member of MIR states, women are goofy and they just as horrible as men. Women are just as sick and twisted and bum-like men. And I said bum for a reason because you're over there popping or whatever. They're just as bum-like as men. The only difference is they have vaginas and they're not stronger than us, so society gives them a pass. I don't give them a pass at all. They're just as horrible. They're just as crappy human beings. In the word of Wayne, they're just as trash bag human beings as the men are. There's no difference. I'm not giving them grace. I'm not infantiling them. I'm treating them like the adults that they are. They're adult, horrible human beings, just like men are. Just like men are. For every man you see, when you go, ew, there's a woman out there that I'm doing the same thing to. Ugh, same thing. The same way that there's a man out there that essays, there's women out there that essays. There's men out there that use their cuteness to take $1,000 from their fans for pictures. There's women out there that, oh, I got my tricks, who come around and eat my box and then get out after he get me Popeyes. It is what it is. There's women out there that are garbage, just like every man. The only difference is society puts a light on the men because they like to suck up the women. I ain't sucking up to nobody. I call men pieces of garbage. I call women pieces of garbage. It's all the same. Period. Point blank. Now go ahead and save them, Kevin.
So hold on, because Shicey Bum is making me laugh. I wish you'd come up on the panel. I wish you'd come up on the panel, but Shicey Bum is trying to tell me how body count doesn't matter. I know
that's the whole talking point, that men feel weird because they can't meet up and they can't match up with the penis I've had in the past. Hey, check this out. If I'm pushing a wheelbarrow down a hallway, I don't want to be there. If your coochie so beat down that number one, your coochie so unauthentic and unspecial that everybody's had it, why would I want it? Number two, there's a girl, and I'll say it, I don't care. I ain't gonna say her name because she might watch this. But we call her No Walls something. And that's because the only place she get is she got to get the super long deep sex toys and use on her because she can't feel nobody. And I've known dudes with pipes that she can't feel because I've been there. That's you. And number three, everybody knows if you let and women, if you let everyone inside you, you get to a point where sex is no longer sacred or special to you. You can't bond with anyone. You can't. If it gets to a point where you can exchange the man you're sleeping with for a new one, then why the hell would I want to link my life, my progeny, and my money and finances to you? It's easy for you to go find new penis because, oh, he didn't bring me flowers today, or, oh, I don't like the way he said something. That means you're quick to leave a relationship. Why the hell I want to lock myself to you? What sense does that make? So like I said, if you want to be whores, and this is men and women, be whores, but don't cry when you get whore-like treatment. In the words of Dave Chappelle, you might not be a hoe, but you're definitely wearing a hoe's uniform. So stop crying. Period, point blank.
You could tell Mike been waiting for this month to be up.
I had nobody to talk to.
So Shicey, are you saying you coming up on the panel or what? Like what's coming on? Come up on the panel. So I haven't asked a girl that I'm serious about no body count, because the girls that I was always serious about were fairly wholesome. If it was just somebody that was like, a bust down or whatever, then I'm probably just doing that just to make small talk. But in the back of my mind, it does absolutely matter. Kev, and we could talk about this later if you want. Kev, go ahead.
That sounded very aggressive. I'm not gonna cap. I was a little scared. I'm shaking in my boots and my socks. I'm not gonna cap. But nah, man. I think with like I said, with scenarios like this, you just gotta treat it with love. You know what I'm saying? Treat it with understanding, because he dated since he was 16. So he's a young man. He doesn't have too much experience, so he doesn't understand like how deep in the rabbit hole he can get when it comes to like heart on the sleeve. So I'm gonna give him grace, and if and or when situation or when that situation crumbles, then at least there should be somebody that's going to be around to pick him back up, and help out with the pieces. And if not, then you just sound like a red pill rager. And I mean, you gotta get over your exes, man. You gotta get it over. You gotta let it go.
See,
let it go.
Hey,
I know she hurt you 8 years ago.
Kevin argue like a girl.
I know she hurt you 8 years ago, but you gotta let it go, man. It's gonna weigh you down.
Hey,
all right, that's the way I feel with this situation. And like I said, you just gotta get through it, because now
it wasn't directed towards me.
I'm asking Kevin, was that directed towards me?
In the beginning, yes.
No, I'm
But I'm
talking
talking
about
about in
the
general.
hurt part. Because you
The hurt
specifically
part?
know I ain't hurt.
Everybody who rages on women, yes, you're hurt.
Hey, y'all
Okay.
smash that like button.
See?
Smash that like
Hey,
button.
hey, that little connection, Trevor, that's exactly it. Thoughts love when somebody gives them an excuse to be a thought. And Kevin lives in the infantile women world. Kevin
Bruh.
is not, I'm not going to say Kevin's not intelligent because he is, but Kevin is a cape wearer. That's what Kevin does. Kevin wakes up in the morning to try to find a way to let women be whores and not blame them for it. I'm a adult. I say you have the right to be a whore. Don't complain about it when life punches you for being one. But she doesn't want to be an adult. She doesn't want to accept accountability. She wants to be a whore and then treat it like a princess afterward. That's not what life does.
I don't see why
This
not.
Travis, you a sucker. You know why? Not because you think the way you think, but because, and listen to what Kevin said, we need to be there for him.
Yes.
No, if he
Yes.
had grace and he was like, hey guys, this is my first time really with a woman this long and a woman that I think is this pretty, give me a little chance. Cool. But that ain't what he's saying. He's saying, what y'all know? Mind your business. Leave me alone. Cool.
My man,
So
he's
don't come back
22.
around.
Look at the
Don't
people
come
who's
back
giving him
around
advice.
when you get
Look at
cooked.
Bow Wow. Bow
So
Wow's
what?
giving him
Bow
advice,
Wow is,
and
yo,
his life is a wreck.
See, and you're trying to conflate two different things. Bow Wow never went to him and said, hey, be like me. Bow Wow went to him and said, I have lived the life that you're about to live, and I lived it younger than you. So listen to me. If somebody came to me and they said, hey, I got a whole bunch of crypto thoughts or thoughts on cryptocurrency or thoughts on the stock market, I would listen. Matter of fact, Kevin, whenever I tell you guys stuff in the room, do you listen? Yes, because I have sense and I can tell, and I've shown you a track record of feasibility in the stock market and in crypto. So Bow Wow is literally a person who lived the life of a whore. Bow Wow is a whore.
Right.
He's been a whore and a thought since he was 6. He's been a whore. So why would you not listen to a whore when it comes to dealing with whores? That don't make no sense. They're warning him. They have video of your girl tooting it up on men while you were sitting outside in the car like a punk.
That was wild.
That was nuts. So why wouldn't you listen? And if he was a girl talking to a future, I would say the same thing. It ain't about women. It's about whores.
Hey, man, I didn't listen when people told me about my chick, and look what happened. Does that mean you're gonna
got broken and became a
excommunicate me out
cake.
the church? Is that what you're saying? Like, dang, dude, what happened to grace? What happened to leaving things in the past? You know what I'm saying? It's not like he has 100 bodies.
Grace is only extended to people who show restraint in their. If he was coming with, I told you, if he was coming with, hey, okay, guys, I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna take it to event. I'm gonna take it to in the heart, but I'm sticking with my woman. I wouldn't have no problems with it. But he got an attitude with it. Who the hell y'all thinking? And you know where he got the attitude from? Her. She the one who told him they all in our business, baby. That's where all that stuff comes from. Because men don't talk like that.
Hey, man.
Men don't go, I wish y'all leave me and my girl alone. That ain't what men do. You know what men do? They don't say nothing. That's what a man do. Man go, man, I ain't got time for that, man. Whatever.
I mean, if the advice is
But to get on Twitch and to go, I wish y'all would leave me and my girl alone. Nigga, that's what girls do. That's a female trait.
Bro, he's defending his queen. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure a lot of the advice is not genuine. I'm sure it's all for clout. So let's keep it a buck.
Wow.
And when it comes to advice, like if it's warranted, then I would say, okay, you might have a point. But let's be honest, if we don't want to hear advice, we never want it. We don't care if it's good or not. Like I said, this dude wants to be with his queen.
Yes.
Okay. He wants to see where it goes, and if it goes the way it's supposed to go, where it leads to marriage and wife and kids and all that,
ain't where it's supposed to go.
Cool. And if it doesn't, we'll see what happens. And we can say, hey, young man, listen to us next time, because listen, these chicks are out here, seize your wealth and your clout, and they're gonna use you. I mean,
Yo,
that's all we
that
have
was
to
such
leave it to.
that was such BS. Everybody in existence knows the best lessons you learn are embarrassment. And you proved my point by saying what you said. Because if I come to you, if I went to younger you and said, hey, Kev, watch out. This chick is a thought. She's using you. You'd have been like, who your old ass talking to? I don't know you, old man. Get out my face. Da, 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 da. But if I said, hey, you little dumbass boy, look at these pictures of what she's going to do to you. Look at this picture of you on the couch, miserable and crying. She's going to turn you into a punk. And then you're not even going to know wof who you are. That would hit you. People get hit with embarrassment. They learn from embarrassment. They don't learn from being told advice. That's why everybody, 90% of the people I tell about crypto go, hey, could you just do it for me? And I go, no. And then when I post pictures of, hey, I made $800 today, or I made a couple grand today over the Thanksgiving holiday, then they go, oh, how come you never taught me? Because you didn't want to learn. And that's where he is. I ain't got no grace for him. If you're going to be a sucker and let her take your bread, cool. The reason, ain't nobody chasing clout. I'm not getting any clout for talking about him now. We've seen where it leads. We've seen men get their pockets drained. We just saw, remember, Trevor, we were talking about Drea and the young boy, and Brittany Renner and the young boy, and we were all telling them, don't do it, don't do it. And then she took the money, got the baby, and got the child support, and left. I don't hear you talking about him, Kevin. Where's your grace? Hey, young man, you made a mistake. No, all I hear is you simp, lame punk. That's what was supposed to happen to you because you didn't listen when men were telling you what's real. We've lived the life. We've gotten the scars. And I know, and here it is. Oh, who hurt you, Mike? Who hurt you? Hurt. I ain't had a girlfriend in a minute. How am I hurt? Me and my ex-wife are like this, son. She was texting me on the beginning of the show. I had to tell her to stop because I'm potting. We like this. And Kevin will tell you, I be texting her, hey, I be texting her and her husband. Hey, what y'all doing? We chilling. That's how not hurt I am. I'm an adult. It's called compartmentalization. I can respect the women in my life and still know that there's thoughts, trollops, and whores out there who will ruin good guys. There can be both. There's great women out there who I hold to a high level of respect. And there's women out there who I wouldn't spit on if they were on fire. It can be both.
Sheesh.
It can be, hey, there's men out there who if they tell me, hey, I love you, bro, I'll cut my argument short and go, I love you too. No big deal. And there's guys out there there's a guy out there right now who I gave $20 food and toilet paper to. And if he were to walk up to me right now and say, bro, I'm hungry right now, I would look at him and tell him, hey, I told you our friendship is over. Good day, sir. And drive the hell off on him.
So y'all ready to hear from the resident lover boy?
I already spoke.
Speak some sense, Trev.
So I had a chance to think about this, and I'm not gonna call the young man a simp because he got with this girl when he was 16. She's 2 years older than him, so not really a big age difference. I just looked it up.
No. Isn't that what's that thing that they try to get on guys? Statutory? Isn't that statutory? Are we not gonna call her a groomer? Is she not grooming, Trevor? That was y'all thing back in the day.
Probably
is she not grooming?
In the right state, man.
Is she not grooming, Trevor?
All right, let me continue.
When it's a woman, it ain't that scandalous, right? Okay.
Let me continue because we grew up in the era where high school kids was getting picked up by the 30-year-old dope boy, and everybody thought it was okay while we thought it was kind of gross. So I'm not gonna go too crazy over a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old. If she was like 20, then I'd probably have and I've been consistent with that. If she was about 20, then I'd probably have a problem. But just besides the fact, at 16 years old, I'm gonna first say this as somebody who's been married for 11 years. I would advise him not to get married. I just say that really, in all honesty, I don't advise anybody to get married young, for the record. I don't think anyone should get married until like their mid-30s, because you first have to be able to live on your own, know that you could pay bills and do things on your own first before you try to get together with somebody else and build a life. But that's besides the point. I think right now what's going on is a fad, but I'm not going to vilify the young man or even cast any judgment on him because this is probably his first girlfriend. Let's face it. Let's take a look at him. He's not the most attractive looking fella. So I mean, let's keep it real. So a light skinned chick comes to him and she's like, "Hey, I'm a rock your world." Then he probably got pee whipped, which is fine. It's happened to the best of us. I'm not gonna say that he's not in love with her because he probably is, because he doesn't have anything to compare it to. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace in this regard, that when he gets in the NFL or something like that, he's probably gonna leave her. Now, I do think he needs somebody in his life that'll be like, "Hey, bro, if you got pictures of her doing this, you don't sit in the car and just chill, and let her be a thought way." So I agree with Mike in that regard. But again, he's young. We had to figure out a bunch of stuff on our own. I remember there was a lot of nights where I thought I was in love and I'm sitting in the middle of my dad's living room, with my hand on my Johnson, just because I'm like, damn, bro, she could be out doing anything. It happens. It's a fact. It's a fact of life. So I'm not going to call the guy a simp. I hope that he gets some strong male influence in his life. I looked it up. His dad was only in jail for 90 days. So, because that's the first thing I always look for is how was his dad present in his life. His dad got arrested in December. Like, he served a sentence in December of 2023. So he wasn't in jail long. So his dad could have been in his life to give him some type of guidance. We don't know that. I'm just saying that. But his dad wasn't locked away for any real length of time. So I can't use that. His mom probably did raise him, though, which you guys know how I feel about that. But I'm gonna get a kid a little bit of break, man, just because he's 21. And who didn't do anything bonehead when you're 21? I just hope he doesn't marry her, because it's not going to turn out good. And there's some guy, Dion, maybe he'll get a hold of him and be like, "Hey," and I know Dion has tried to talk to him, but Dion's not going to tell him, "Hey, don't get with her." He'll probably just be like, "Hey, it might be a good idea to slow down," because he's still a man at this point. You're going to have to let him make his own mistakes. You can't baby him. You're going to have to let him make his own mistakes. So I'm gonna give him some grace on this one. My judgment on this one is just he's a young brother in love. I doubt it's gonna last, though, like I say, because first of all, young people like that, it never works, man. It never works. It rarely works when you're that young and you end up in love and you get married and you live together forever. That rarely happens, man. I advise people. I've been married 11 years, like I say, good, healthy marriage. But if we didn't get married in our 30s, who knows how this relationship would have been. So I don't advise anybody to get married in their early 20s, definitely not their early 20s. Hell, sometimes not even early 30s, until you really know for sure that that's the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. So my judgment on this is I'm giving them a pass. I did see Shiesty say that grown men are calling them simps just because he's in love. I push back on that. I think grown men are calling them simps because they've been there before and they're trying to indirectly save the young brother from going down a terrible path, because a chick like that will take him for everything he's got and leave him ass out, and then nobody will be there to pick him up. And that's my final thought on that one.
Hey, Trev.
Mm-hmm.
I got a quick question. Do you know what you said? You said, and I believe you. You just said, young relationships don't really last that long, right?
Yeah.
You know when they do?
Do I know when relationships last?
When those young relationships last really long, you know when they do?
Rare, but I mean, no. I don't know.
They do when the woman sees dollar signs in the future.
Oh, because then she ended up getting knocked up and.
So that's what we're trying to help. You didn't see me yell. Did you see me yell until you played that little snippet at the end? You didn't see me get mad. I said, what was the first thing I said about this? I said he could be both. He could be a simp and just be a brother in love. But until I saw that little, and I'm not even gonna say the word. It's gonna be the S word, but I'm not gonna say it. When he came up trying to be a little snooty and leave me alone. When he had that little attitude, that's what turned me completely off.
That's why I thought his mom. That's why I thought his mom raised him. That's why I went and looked it up.
Facts. That's some suckers. A man would have never let him do that. But what are you doing? Just shut up. They wasn't even on him. They was on his girl. And guess what? They weren't on her for nothing. Every time they said something about her, they had evidence. And bro, real talk. And this is for your little bum friend. Every time a woman tells me what a real man does, I know she was raised by women and don't know nothing. So ignoring you. Back to you, sir. What man gonna sit outside of many parties while his girl is inside getting drunk with other men? You tell me that ain't no simptastic stuff. I'm looking at you, Trevor. You tell me that ain't simptastic stuff.
Hey, I'm the dude. Let me tell you something real quick. I'm the dude.
Question.
No, I'm gonna tell you because I'm the dude that was with a girl and she was messing with somebody at work and missed and sent the email that she meant to send to her side dude to me. And my response was just end it and I'll forget about it. So,
and were you a simp when you said that?
Now I was in love, man. I was stupid.
Ain't that the same
My
thing?
guy.
That's the same thing.
My man.
That is the same thing as a simp. You can call it what you want to call it. You were simping.
Oh. Let me ask you this, Trev.
I've been a simp before, and when they called me a simp, guess what I said? Man, I love her, bro. I wouldn't no simp. It's the same thing.
I love my baby mama. I never let her go.
Okay, let me ask you this, Trev.
You a simp. That's all we saying. Go ahead, Kev.
So with that situation, did you ever do that again?
Did I? Oh, no, hell no.
Exactly. You learned your lesson.
Hey, Trevor,
Case in point.
did everybody know about it?
Probably.
Well, they knew about it now.
No, but did everybody know about it then while you were going through it?
Oh, no.
Exactly. This boy is living this on the national stage. It's different, Kevin.
You know, that's always my issue. That's since we've been doing this show, that's always been my issue is putting it out there. But if they didn't do it, then we wouldn't have nothing to talk about, I guess, in that regard. But that's always been my issue.
It is his fault.
People are digging into his past. He didn't ask for that.
Right, but they didn't ask. Nobody asked for him to. You can't.
Infantiling,
He
bro.
has not infantiling. You using it wrong. Stop using my words. It is different if we were talking about us. Okay, if we're talking about us when we were younger, that's different. Travis Hunter lives in a world where you can go on YouTube and in 2 minutes see stories exactly like his and what's happened at the end of all of those stories. Okay, same thing, same reason when I look at women, like we talk about the women that get with Future, you can look online and see and read about Sean Kemp. You can look online and read about Antoine Walker and see how dudes have gone broke, have had too many women, too many babies. You can see it. You can see Bow Wow what happens when you have too many women, too many thoughts. You can see it. We just had, I keep forgetting his name, the dude from the Pelicans who went through exactly this.
Zion.
Women have drained his bank account. You can't, it's not like my day where I didn't have all I had was the dudes on the block trying to tell me, hey, don't let her try you, bro. She, I'm messing around with her too. Or you know what I'm saying? It's not that. You've got a source that can do it, and people are reaching out to help you. And all you can do is sound like Michael Jackson, just leave me alone. No, you a simp. Take it. Take it, be a simp, but don't complain. The same thing I talked about men and women before. If you're going to do it, cool. Don't come back crying when it hits you in the mouth. That's all I'm saying. If you want to say leave me alone, I'm going to leave you alone. But when it happens, I don't want to hear you crying when everybody start laughing at you and being Travis Hunter becomes a verb. Okay? I don't want to hear
That's hilarious. Or an adjective.
Call the man a
I don't want to
verb.
hear it. When they be like, hey, don't get Travis Hunter, I don't want to hear you crying. Just shut up and go, yeah, you're right. That's all I want to hear from you. That's it. And watch this, y'all. Watch this. And I'm not even mad.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
And that's all I've been saying, Kev. That's it.
Yeah, but you had to tone it down.
I'll never tone it down. I like to argue. Well, debate. I like to debate. It's part of my thing.
I'm joking.
All right, fellas, we got 1 minute before I gotta get in front of this TV, man. Kev, Mike, it's been fantastic. Hey, listen, so Shiesty Bum, you got a standing invitation next Monday, Man Talk Monday. We gonna do a full regular show, long form show. Come on up here on the panel because you got a lot to say. You got a lot to say. I love it. Come on up here on the panel.
Hey, I need to say this to you, Trevor. I'm looking at you. Look at me in the eyes. Real talk. If you let her up here, she's already used 3 or 4 buzzwords, trigger words. Already, she called me weird, called me broke, said I'm hurt, obvious, all that foolishness. I don't want to hear all this. Mike, she's a girl. Go easy. Hold up. No, I don't want to hear it. So if she come up here, you need to talk to her first. Let her know all that nonsense she's spewing. I'm going to spew it right back to her. So I don't want to hear next week, oh, we don't understand why Mike went off on her. Because I'm telling you now, I'm going to go off on her. I don't like how you gonna call me weird because I have common sense views.
I went on her channel to see who it is, but I don't see any videos. But man, Kev, damn, I don't know where the hell Wayne is. Kev, go give your clothes out real quick, man. I really got it. Hey, Zay, look in the. No, I'm not even gonna stick. I'm not even gonna do it. But Zay, screw you.
Hey, you know, back up off of my MIR member.
You know what I'm talking about. Screw
VP.
you.
Never screw the VP.
Come over here with that disrespect. Screw you.
So we don't.
All right, Dolphins related happened.
Kev, gonna give you close out, man. I gotta get out of here. All right,
that's cool. All right, guys, this was fun. I thought we knew the shiesty person, but I guess not. Chat, I'm glad you're on my side today. And yo, listen, man, y'all tried it last year. Y'all thought you can have enough. I'm not gonna go through that. I was gonna say, yo, hey, shout out to Donald Trump for winning the election. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace. Oh, make sure you guys go to the link. I was having issues like posting it, but yeah, we're gonna be talking about travishunter on Friday. Me and Mike. Let's get it.
Yeah, the link is in the chat for Kevin and Mike's channel. Y'all make sure and go subscribe to that, man. Support those brothers and what they're trying to do. Mike, go ahead and close us out.
All right, I'll try to make this quick. Shiesty Bum, you're a bum. I'm gonna work on the channel. I'm right after I get off of this, I'm going right back to work on it after I finish playing my little goofy game. Hey, it's not your job to save the world. I had to learn that the hard way. I always try to help people, but you can't because there's people in the world who don't want to be helped. Women like Shiesty Bum who want the world to acquiesce to them, and they think the world should when they can't even use the word like acquiesce because she's obviously slow. Since I'm weird, I'm going to call you names. And that's how I feel. And get ready. If you come on the show, don't cry. Be about it. All that swag you got in the chat, be about it. You look at Trevor's face. He already started to feel away. Man, don't talk to women like I talk to everybody adult the same way. So be ready. Good day.
Hey, Shiesty Bum, if you're who I think you are, send me a message. Because if you're who I think you are, you would have my contact. Just send me a message because I think you're somebody, but I'm not sure. Is it on?
Oh, all right. Shiesty Bum, the girl that I'm talking to is watching the show. So, you probably ugly. That's why you're covering your face.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. Tell her appreciate her for watching, man. All right, Mike, Kev, Wayne, wherever you are, man. It's a piece tequila, Bones, Zay, Shiesty Bum, Ricardo. Shout out to MD, the political prophet amongst men. Mike D, Willie Williams, that came over. Hey, man, peace. It was like over 30 of you guys watching today. A lot of you guys are watching over on Twitter, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to my boy E, Cliff. Hey, man, we're going to run this thing full throttle this year. Full throttle, man. Make sure you're back next Monday for Man Talk Monday. We will have a longer form show, but I got to get out of here. I will see you guys later on tonight for my Monday Night Raw review. Until then, I am out of here. Thanks for coming by. Make sure and hit the like button on your way out. Peace.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find